8289. When a pilot's flight time consists of 80 hours, pilot in command in a particular type airplane, how does this affect the minimums for the destination airport? A. Has no effect on destination, but alternate minimums are no less than 301. B. Minimums are decreased by 100 feet and half a mile. C. Minimums are increased by 100 feet and half a mile. The correct answer is C. The MDA or DH and visibility standing minimums in the certificate holder's operation specifications for regular, provisional, or refueling airports are increased by 100 feet and half a mile, or the RVR equivalent, if the pilot in command has not accrued 100 hours as pilot in command in operations under Part 121 in the type of aircraft he/she is operating. 8285. Category II ILS operations below 1600 RVR and a 150-foot DH may be approved after the pilot in command has A. Logged 90 hours flight time, 10 takeoffs and landings in make and model airplane, and 3 Category II ILS approaches in actual or simulated IFR conditions with 150-foot DH since the beginning of the 6th preceding month, in operations under 14 CFR Parts 91 and 121. B. Made at least 6 Category II approaches in actual IFR conditions with 100-foot DH within the preceding 12 calendar months. C. Logged 100 hours flight time in make and model airplane under 14 CFR Part 121 and 3 Category II ILS approaches in actual or simulated IFR conditions with 150-foot DH since the beginning of the 6th preceding month. The correct answer is C. In order to be approved for Category II ILS operations below 1600 RVR and a 150-foot DH, the pilot in command must have logged 100 hours flight time in the specific make and model airplane under 14 CFR Part 121. Additionally, they must have completed 3 Category II ILS approaches in actual or simulated IFR conditions with a 150-foot DH since the beginning of the 6th preceding month. These requirements ensure that the pilot has accumulated sufficient experience and proficiency to safely conduct Category II ILS operations in challenging weather conditions. 8230. To remain current as an aircraft dispatcher, a person must, in addition to other requirements, A. Within the preceding 12 calendar months, spend 2.5 hours observing flight deck operations, plus 2 additional takeoff and landings, in one of the types of airplanes in each group he/she is to dispatch. B. Within the preceding 12 calendar months, spend at least 5 hours observing flight deck operations in one of the types of airplanes in each group he/she is to dispatch. C. Within the preceding 12 calendar months, spend at least 5 hours observing flight deck operations in each type of airplane, in each group that he/she is to dispatch. The correct answer is B. According to 14 CFR Part 121.533, to remain current as an aircraft dispatcher, a person must, in addition to other requirements, spend at least 5 hours observing flight deck operations in one of the types of airplanes in each group he/she is to dispatch within the preceding 12 calendar months. The FAA requires aircraft dispatchers to remain current in order to ensure that they are familiar with the latest changes to aircraft operating procedures and equipment. By observing flight deck operations, dispatchers can gain a better understanding of the challenges faced by pilots and crew members and how to best support them in the safe operation of an aircraft. The observation period must include at least 2 takeoffs and landings. This is important because it allows dispatchers to see how the aircraft performs during these critical phases of flight. 8082. What are the minimum certificate and rating requirements for the pilot in command of a multi-engine airplane being operated by a commuter air carrier? A. Airline Transport Pilot, Airplane Category, Multi-Engine Class. B. Commercial Pilot, Airplane Category, Multi-Engine Class, Instrument Rating, Airplane Type Rating, if required. C. Airline Transport Pilot, Airplane Category, multi-engine class, airplane type rating, if required. The correct answer is C. No holder of a certificate may employ a person, and no person shall perform the duties of pilot in command in passenger-carrying operations of a turbojet aircraft or an aircraft having a passenger seating configuration of 10 seats or more, excluding any crew member seats, or a multi-engine aircraft being operated by commuter operations, unless the pilot is in possession of an airline transport pilot certificate with the necessary category, class, and, if necessary, type ratings for the aircraft in question. 8083. What are the minimum certificate and rating requirements for the pilot in command of a multi-engine airplane in commuter air carrier service under IFR? A. Airline Transport Pilot of any category, multi-engine class rating. B. Airline Transport Pilot, airplane category, multi-engine class rating, airplane type rating, if required. C. Commercial Pilot, airplane category, multi-engine class, and instrument rating. The correct answer is B. The minimum certificate and rating requirements for the pilot in command of a multi-engine airplane in commuter air carrier service under IFR instrument flight rules include Airline Transport Pilot Certificate, airplane category rating, multi-engine class rating, airplane type rating, if required for the specific aircraft being operated. These requirements ensure that the pilot has the highest level of pilot certification, ADP, and the necessary qualifications to operate a multi-engine airplane in a commuter air carrier service under IFR. The airplane type rating may be necessary if the specific aircraft being flown requires it.